And the other way we're going to be choosing our exercises is we're going to make sure the exercises are the kinds that really reduce the setup and warm up time. Deadlifts are amazing, but if you do barbell deadlifts, like you got to warm up for forever. The setup is annoying. You got to put plates on. Whereas if you're doing something that's, let's say, some kind of bodyweight lunge situation, it can hit the glutes in a similar way to deadlifts, maybe a little bit better in some occasions. But really, you just warm up by doing a few bodyweight lunges, and then you do whole sets of bodyweight lunges or with small dumbbells. Very easy warm up, very easy to set up. A lot of times that's going to be bodyweight moves, cable moves, or dumbbell moves, because with the cable, you just click the weight in. You don't have to take weights on and off the bar. Nothing against barbell moves. They're phenomenal. But if you're trying to save time, it might not be the super ideal. Dumbbells are easy because they go onto the rack, off of the rack. You might even have some at home. And we're going to be staying away from a lot of heavy work, a lot of plate-loaded barbells or plate-loaded machines, even though for real specific serious muscle growth, they're totally awesome if you have the time and interest to put in that time. Next, we're going to be using a lot of loads in the 10 to 20 rep range because they're heavy enough to cause muscle growth, but they're not so heavy that we need to spend a lot of time warming up for them. If you're doing sets of 8 or sets of 5, that grows muscle, but you got to warm up for it a long time. And then you got to, usually to maximize that, you have to take some pretty long rest breaks. We have no time for either of those. So we're going to be going for that moderate to high rep range. We're going to be using a lot of supersets and even trisets where we superset 3 things at a time to really save time. And they're going to be usually unrelated muscle supersets where you do something, let's say for the back and biceps, some kind of exercise, you rest 5 or 10 seconds, and right after you do an exercise for the chest and triceps. While your chest and triceps are frying in that second exercise, the first one's back and biceps are resting a little bit, so that with only 5 or 10 seconds of rest between those two movements, you go back to the back and bicep movement, and so on and so on and so on, so we can sandwich a ton of stimulative effort into a very short time. It also is baller for your cardiovascular fitness and health because it's going to get you breathing like crazy.